Hello everybody, I am Razorblade Mango, and I am here today to give my impressions on the latest PlayStation 4 exclusive, the very highly anticipated Bloodborne. And as most of you know, some of you might not, this is from Software, the company that did Demon Souls and Dark Souls 2, and it's actually from the original director of Demon Souls and Dark Souls, Hidetaka Miyazaki. So, when this was announced less than a year ago at E3 2014, a lot of people were really hyped for it. I was really excited for it too, and I must admit I'm not like a huge fan of Demon Souls and Dark Souls. I like them, and I think they're interesting games, and I think they definitely have a creative, a very, very creative atmosphere to them, very interesting niche gameplay, and it's for a certain audience, and I get that a lot of people just simply cannot get into From Software's games, like especially like Demon Souls and beyond, and I totally understand, I respect that. Not everyone is willing to take the time out to just let a game punish you over and over and over again. If you weren't aware, their games From Software, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, now Bloodborne, all of them infamous for how challenging they are, how difficult they are. You will rage playing this game unless you have the most sweet, wonderful, calm personality out there, and even then, you might still groan and just grrr every fucking time some minion or a boss kills you over and over and over again. So, got the game, been playing it for the past few days now, ever since I got it Monday night. So, what did I think of the game? I love it. I love this game. I love it. I was so relieved playing this game because let's face it, like I've said in the past, the PlayStation 4 exclusives, aside from Infamous Second Son and PT, have not really been that stellar, honestly. I mean, you've gotten okay games like Knack and others, I guess. Most of them have just been really, a good majority of them have been really underwhelming. More recently, The Order 1886, which I thought was crap. So, it comes as a huge relief that Bloodborne is the first amazing game of 2015. And the PlayStation 4 exclusive that I have been waiting for has finally arrived. And I'm honestly still not going to say, if you don't own a PlayStation 4, that this is the game that you get it for. However, if you don't own a PlayStation 4 yet and have enjoyed Demon Souls and Dark Souls in the past, then yes, absolutely, if you know you're the audience for this game, by all means, go out and buy a PlayStation 4 along with a copy of Bloodborne. It is stellar. It is an excellent game. It has so much love and detail inside of it. I feel like this is a passion project for Hidetaka Miyazaki, because he said in the past that in interviews that he felt like the vision of HP Lovecraftian gothic horror that he wanted to bring to the table could not be done on the PlayStation 3 and any the past consoles. So when he decided to wait until the PlayStation 4 came out, where it had better hardware, better everything, he was going to go, okay, now I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to move on from the medieval fantasy setting of Demon Souls and Dark Souls. I'm going to move into Victorian era, Gothic, London, HP Lovecraft environments. And whoa, are they a fucking sight to behold in this game. Oh my god, this has got to be, and I kept saying this to a lot of people that asked me about Bloodborne, is that I got the collector's edition that came with the little mini art book and the soundtrack and some extra shit in there. But when you look at the art book, and I just can't help but admire all the attention to detail and creativity, and just the overall vibe of all these like creatures and environments and everything that has to do with this game. The level design is superb. There's like such like little details in the background that are simply incredible. The sights continue to be awe-inspiring. Every single new environment in this game, I was constantly going, ooh, ah, oh my god. Like, it was just so awesome. It was just this amazing new experience that I have never seen before. And I'll get to the combat in a little bit, but as far as like art design and I'm not saying like these are the best special effects. I mean, not the special effects, that these aren't the best graphics in the world. But as far as like art design and level design goes, there are very few things that surpass Bloodborne. And I'd go so far as to say that, and this is gonna sound really weird, but I'd go so far as to say all of the art design in this game, I think it trumps almost every game I've ever played. Almost every game, aside from maybe, I don't know, like Radiata Stories or Shadow of the Colossus or yeah, there's really not a lot out there that I would hold a candle to Bloodborne's, like, the art design. It's just, it's extraordinary. Just go online, Google search Bloodborne art, and you will be met with some of the most beautiful, scenic, awe-inspiring art you have ever seen in your life. And to see it brought to life in this game is, I'd almost say that's worth the price alone. And maybe if it was like $40, I'd say that would be worth the price alone, just to see all of the amazing environments in this game. However, for a lot of people, they might not even make it past the first part. Because, and if you thought Bloodborne was going to be easier or more, like more handicapped to appeal to a lot more, like a, I don't want to say casual, because I don't like that word, a more, like less demanding audience, no, it is hard as fuck. This game is punishing, and it punishes you. And when you sit there and you die, and you just sit there with your head in your hands, and you don't know what to do, and you're just fucking pissed off because you just fucked up again and you died, that game will sit there and it will laugh at you, and you're gonna take it and you're gonna enjoy it, because that's what Bloodborne is. This is like the best masochistic relationship ever. It will beat you. It will punish you. It will make you scream things that you never thought you would scream in your life at your television. I actually had a sore throat for about like a day because I was just raging at one part in this game because I could not for the life of me get past it no matter how many fucking attempts I did. But let me tell you guys, the beauty of Bloodborne is that when you finally, and I mean finally, get past the obstacle that's been fucking with you for the past few hours or so, the feeling of satisfaction that you get is like almost just, it's just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, you have to experience it for yourself. Me, let me tell you my experience. When I went against one of the bosses in this game and I got my ass handed to me over and over and over again, and I just was like pissed off and I raged at the TV. I didn't throw my controller, thankfully. So and this game's gonna make you want to throw your controller. Don't do it, because it's not worth it getting a $60 controller as of now. But ever. But when you finally sit back, and this is what the game makes you're forced to do. You have to strategize. If one thing does not work, try something else. If you went this way, try going another way. Try different weapon. Try using a different gun. Do something, anything. Use Molotovs. Something. Experiment. Because the game allows you to experiment. To see what is it that you can do right. What is your comfortable style of play in this game? And as soon as I found it for the boss that I was going against, and I finally beat his ass, and I saw his body crumble before me and explode, and the words "Prey Slaughtered" appear on the screen, I did the biggest, victory cry I've maybe ever done in a game before. I was ecstatic, and you get addicted to that feeling. I was laughing my ass off out of pure joy. As one of my friends pointed out, I turned in the Joker. As I was just insanely happy that I finally beat him on my own terms. Not through some magical bullshit hand-holding. Not through some QTE QuickTime bullshit. Not through some cheat sheet or secret path or something. I won because I did everything. You earn your victories in this game. When you win, you earn them. And the game allows you to savor your victory. You earned it. You didn't earn it because the developers handed it to you. You earned it through hard work and strategizing and careful planning. And a little bit of luck, admittedly. But you did it on your own. And once you get that feeling that you've overcome, you beat the odds, you get addicted to that shit. That's what Bloodborne is all about. Overcoming a learning curve that's as high as a fucking mountain. Once you get over that, you're gonna want more. Did you just spend the last few hours trying to beat this one itty-bitty section? You're gonna want to keep going to beat the next itty-bitty section that's gonna kick your ass over and over again. You're going to want to. Because it rewards satisfaction. It rewards you with feeling good about yourself. And the game does not make it easy. Keep that in mind. The game will not make it easy at all. You will want to rage quit. I absolutely understand. You will want to throw your controller into the TV. You want to scream profanity at the top of your lungs. But press on. Press on and you will be rewarded. Here are some quick tips for starters. Number 1, get a lot of Molotov cocktails. Number 2, take a break if you have to. If you're feeling frustrated, turn the game off. Make sure to save first. Turn the game off. Turn the PS4 off. Just go outside and just take a walk. Or do some homework. Do some studying. Do something. Just get away from the game. Just to cool off a little bit. There is no shame in that. There's no shame in taking a break from this game. I've done it plenty of times. I'm not like these reviewers that said, oh, I played this game for 40 hours straight or 50 hours straight. I can't do that. And I don't want to do that. I'll get tired of it. So take breaks every now and then. Number 3. Don't just go in with your weapon and swing your shit around because you're going to die over and over again. And you're going to go, what the fuck happened? You need to carefully plan your strategy. Be offensive without being greedy. That's the key. Be offensive without being greedy. If you can judge it correctly in milliseconds that you can land another hit to gain some of your health back, go for it. See if that works. But don't overdo it where you're constantly slashing out a big troll because that troll is just going to look at you and punch you in the face, knock you back, come at you with a break, and beat your ass into submission. And as you can see, I'm just so excited about this game. You guys have no fucking idea. I was scared that this year was going to be just so fucking boring compared to similar to last year, and it was just going to be another disappointment. And I was so relieved that I finally, and especially since the PS4 exclusive, we finally get the first PlayStation 4 masterpiece. And it's wonderful. It feels great as a PlayStation fan to know that they've still fucking got it. And I'm not even halfway through the game yet. And I probably won't be for a long time, because I'll be busy with, life. But I'll occasionally go back to the game. I'll try to get through the next area. My rule is, if I can't, I allow myself 3 attempts every day for a boss. If I can't beat the boss 3 times in one day, then within those 3 times, then I just wait till the next day. I take a break. I reflect. I learn. I beef up my stats. I grind a little bit. Don't just rush through the game. Take the time to explore everything. Take the time to find some hidden routes. Take the time to grind, to go back to certain places, to get more bullets, to get more health. Because you're going to need it later on in the game. You think the bullets are going to help you? They do. You can't just shoot an enemy and expect them to die. But later on in boss fights, bullets will become your best fucking friend. And I'm not going to spoil how, but they will. Trust me. Don't waste your bullets. What's another great thing about this game? Oh, the combat is excellent. It's been finely tuned. It's like fast. It's visceral. The hit detection is superb. You feel the weight and clatter and clang of your weapon against an enemy's skull while you're fucking slicing them up, and it feels so good from like a visual satisfaction. It feels awesome to play this game. It is so tight and well created, and the gameplay feels dynamic and awesome, and you just love it, and you get addicted to it. The music, oh my god. The music clip that I played is amazing. Oh my god, I love the score for this game. It's probably going to end up ranking among like my favorite game scores ever. It's amazing. So I'm so happy I got the collector's edition just for the fucking digital soundtrack, because I'm going to be listening to that shit while I'm studying, and it's going to feel awesome. What else? The bosses are great. I faced I think 4 of the bosses so far, 1 optional boss, and they're hard as hell. They only get harder. So if you have trouble with a boss in the beginning, it's not going to get any easier. I hate to break it to you, it ain't going to get any easier. You think you've mastered the game, boom, the game's going to throw another curveball at you, to where you're going to have to relearn some shit, get a new strategy, pick a new weapon, get something else over and over again. It's going to constantly keep you on your feet. And that's another thing I love about this game. It never makes you feel safe. It is stressful. It's more stressful than any of the Telltale games I've ever played. Even when I'm sitting there in a Telltale game trying to make a horrible, gut-wrenching moral decision, none of that even comes close to how I feel during Bloodborne. Especially when I'm on like little health and I'm trying to like get by with all these werewolves and beasts and humans are attacking me, and I just need to get by, and it's so fucking stressful where you're sweating and your palms are sweating and your heartbeat is just racing. That's how awesome this game is. It makes you feel things. It makes you feel stress. It makes you feel involved. It gets you a part of the action. How do you think your character feels when he's doing this? Oh, man. So, as you can see, I absolutely adore this game. If this game isn't like in my top 5 by the end of the year, if 5 better games come out that are better than Bloodborne during this year, I think 2015 might be the best video game year ever. It might. It might just be. See, if it's not in my top 5, I will be astonished. Oh, but before I go, I do have some complaints about the game. It's not perfect. That they could easily fix with patches. Number 1, as a lot of people point out, the loading times are too goddamn long, especially when you have to go. You have to use the hunter's portal, which is the bonfires basically. You have to go from one section to the other, but you have to keep going back even when you want to go to another area. First, you can't just like teleport from one area to another. You have to teleport to your hub, then your hub has to teleport to where you want to go. And between the transportation, the load screens can get up to like maybe even like 40 seconds long. And when you start doing that frequently, the time adds up and it gets really fucking frustrating at times. And I know that was not a design decision because From Software has admitted that the load times are way too long. They're going to try to fix it in a future patch. Good, do that. Some glitches, of course. The frame rate, even at like 30 frames per second, I noticed considerable dips in frame rate where the game just slowed to a crawl and you could hear the like just this like weird like noise in the background, and it wasn't part of the game. It was part of the game lagging really badly. So hopefully they can optimize that a little bit with the patch. Those can be easily fixed. And I have heard of some bugs and glitches in there. Especially to do with like the Forbidden Woods, from what I've heard from people. So if you're doing online play and you're in the Forbidden Woods, try not to summon any people. It might corrupt your game. But yeah, as far as it goes, that's really like all I have to say so far about it. I love this game. So if you have a PS4 and you haven't bought Bloodborne yet, please go out and buy Bloodborne. This game, especially if you know you can handle a game with this like brutal difficulty, please go out and support this game. Next time you're at like your local games, your local place where you buy games, pick up Bloodborne. You will not regret it. It is a brilliant game. I love it even more. I don't love Demon Souls or Dark Souls. I just think Bloodborne is so much more right up my alley with its offensive-based combat, its gothic horror atmosphere, its incredible music. It's just how creepy and disturbing yet sad this world is. The Yharnam is. It's such a unique world. It's like one of the most interesting game worlds I've explored in years. It's so fascinating, and I wish somebody would release a giant like art booklet showing like the backstory behind the world. I would buy it in a heartbeat, no matter even if it was like $100 and it was like a huge like 300-page art book. Sold. You got my fucking money. Well, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe. If you have played Bloodborne, let me know what you've thought about it. Now, excuse me, I'm going to go back and try to beat the fucking boss one more time before I call it a day. Wish me luck. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.